Welcome to the United States of Small Business, a podcast where the essence of American entrepreneurship is celebrated in every episode. With host John Quick at the helm, join us as we embark on a journey through the heart of the nation, uncovering the inspiring stories of small business owners from coast to coast. Experience the vibrant energy of bustling cities and the serene beauty of small towns, all while discovering how individuals are turning their entrepreneurial dreams into reality, even against the greatest odds. Each episode brings you face to face with the dreamers, creators, and doers who form the economic backbone of our country, all sharing their spirit of innovation and resilience. Whether you are in the early stages of sowing the seeds for your own business, scaling new heights in your current venture, or simply captivated by tales of grit and triumph, you are in the right place. Tune in on platforms like Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Pandora, and beyond. For deeper insights and to connect with the heart and soul of America's main streets, visit UnitedStatesOfSmallBusiness.com. Subscribe to United States of Small Business with host John Quick now and be inspired by the powerful stories of entrepreneurship, community, and the unwavering pursuit of the American dream. Begin your journey of inspiration with us today.
Welcome, everybody, to the United States of Small Business podcast. I'm your host, John Quick, and today we have Jay and Kelsey Wagner, the power couple behind Rivershire RV Resort. Jay, an experienced camper and scoutmaster, alongside Kelsey, owner of a monthly magazine and a creative agency, have transformed their RV park into a thriving business. They went Facebook viral a couple months ago, and tell us all about that experience. It'll be fun to listen into them. So without further ado, Kelsey and Jay, welcome to the United States of Small Business podcast.
We're happy to be here.
Thank you.
Well, this will be fun. It'll be fun to hear a little bit about your story. I think small businesses, as folks can tell, it's the title of my podcast, are a big deal in the United States. They make the wheels kind of churn for our economy. And so this will be really fun hearing a little bit about your story, getting to know you a little bit, and really giving folks an opportunity to check you out. But first, tell me, you all purchased an RV park. It's very unique, very awesome. My family and I RV all the time. Tell me what it was like to purchase an RV park. What made you want to do it?
Well, it was silly enough, as I do real estate photography on the side. And so I got into that, and then I took pictures of this RV park, I don't know, 6-8 months before I even had the idea to purchase it. So just kind of lightning struck me one night. I was working overnights at the refinery where I have my full-time job. And it just, I called Kelsey and I said, you know what? I think I've got a crazy idea. Hear me out. And so I gave my little 2-minute elevator pitch to her, and she says, absolutely, let's do it. So we went through all the process of buying them.
It really kind of fit his personality because he's a scoutmaster and he loves camping, and he's been camping for over a decade. So it really made sense for our family.
That's awesome. So what goes into, okay, you get the keys, per se, like, did you have to fix it up a bunch? Was it turnkey? Talk to me a little bit about what that process looked like a little bit.
So it was a little bit turnkey. It previously had been an RV park, had all the full hookups and everything, but a lot of it had also been a little dilapidated. The electrical system wasn't up to code. And then there was a lot of just elbow grease I needed to put into there. Trim trees back and, make sure to get it mowed real well. There's a bunch of junk sitting around that was kind of hidden off in spots. So I took several months just trying to clean the place up, make it presentable. Was able to get some gravel back down onto the main road so that it was, it wasn't so bumpy for the campers to come down the hill. And they got some good solid pads for now with the gravel pads that we have. So
it also wasn't online. It didn't exist online. So we had to go completely from the ground up on the Facebook page and the website and the booking software. So there was a lot to it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Talk to me a little bit about that. What was it like building the kind of marketing side of it? How I found you all was one of your Facebook posts kind of went viral. But my guess is a lot of pre-work had went into that, like you just said, websites, building those social media pages, getting copy and content and all those kinds of things. Talk to me a little bit about that, because there's folks out here that, a lot of people that watch this podcast are aspiring small business owners, aspiring entrepreneurs. And this kind of stuff just doesn't happen overnight. So how much work went into that side of it?
Well, so my background is in marketing. I run a digital media agency. And so I did everything that I knew how to do with, building the website and doing a complete rebranding. We, game planned on what we wanted it to feel like. So we went with Rivershire RV. We really wanted it to be like a beautiful riverside RV park for people to escape to. So we had done kind of all the work that we knew how to do. But the missing piece for us, I realized, was that we didn't have, even though we had camping experience, we didn't have RV park experience. And so, when we bought the RV park in November, and Jay did a tremendous amount of work, and I'm also a writer. I own a magazine, so I do writing, and I'm all over Facebook, and I'm kind of a tech nerd. And so we bought it in November. We closed the park down in February and March to do a ton of work. And then we reopened at the beginning of March. And, we had just done everything that we thought we could do. And we thought people would just start booking. It's beautiful. It's, amazing. We had, been doing social media, and the months started ticking by, and we didn't have anybody booking. We had one person book, but I think it was in May.
Yeah.
And so we'd really started to get stressed, and Jay was calling me and saying, Kelsey, I don't know what we're doing. We need to do more. And so we're kind of at our wits' end, and it was May, I think, 12th. And so he had called me that morning. It was a Saturday morning, and he was so stressed. And he said, Kelsey, I think we're going to have to sell the park. We've done everything we know how to do. I don't know what else to do. I actually was home with a sick kiddo. I was on the way to the doctor, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to ask for help. I literally wrote that Facebook post in about 2 minutes, posted it without even thinking about it. And by the time I got to the doctor's office, it had already been shared like 110 times. And then it went to 1,000, and then it went to 5,000, and it went crazy.
So what was the post? Tell folks that haven't seen it, kind of give us the recreated version of it.
Yeah, well, I had a picture of my husband the day that we bought the RV park, and there was kind of some dead trees in the background, but he was so happy and proud in the sun, so I took a picture of him, and I put a picture of him up, and I just said, hey guys, I need help. My husband bought this RV park. We've done a tremendous amount of work, and nobody's booking, and we don't know why. He is an Iraq veteran. He served in the war. He's a troop master. And I basically just said, we need help. And whatever I did, however I phrased it, it just must have struck people in a certain way. I actually had people after the fact say, did you know that was going to go viral? I'm like, I don't think anybody knows the perfect recipe, but it hit people a certain way. We got thousands of phone calls, thousands of messages. It took us 2 or 3 weeks just to answer all the messages and phone calls.
I bet that was nice to see the support after all the hard work, and really thinking, crap, we're gonna have to sell this thing because we're not what one person booked.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it literally saved the day. Within 12 hours, we had 150 bookings or something. And so we've had a tremendous amount of support. We have people call us that don't own an RV, that never are going to camp, just to tell us that were going to pray for us, or that they wished us well. So just that outpouring of support, I think, it did you a lot of good.
That's pretty awesome.
It was very helpful. Like she said, I was pretty stressed out. Didn't know it was going to be at a few weeks to a couple of months. We was running a little low on the savings that we had set aside for this RV park. And so, I think, however that went viral, it did. I think last time we saw it, 75,000 or so shares, which is insane to me. But no, we appreciate everybody's support, the outpouring of love and everything that we've had. It's been a great experience so far. So we're on the right track now. I've been able to actually inject a lot of the money that we've earned over the last few months to fix some of the other things that I knew needed to be done. So it got me a jump start in making sure the electrical grid was completely up to code. Made sure, like I said, we had all the gravel put down. Now I'm putting in some stairs up on in the side of the hill to kind of make it an easier transition up to the shower house from the RV park. So we've got many, many more plans in store, but it's going to take a little bit of time. As the money comes in, we'll put more into the RV park.
That's awesome. So what has this experience kind of taught you maybe in the business world and in life. I'm sure it's been a whirlwind of experience.
Yeah. Well, so I've been a business owner now for about 8 years. And so, when Jay started talking about that he wanted to own a business, there's a lot that comes with it. There's a lot of hardship and difficulty that you really don't understand until you get into it. But my message to small business owners is if your business is struggling, ask for help, ask your clients, ask your customers, ask strangers. I mean, I think people sometimes get defensive, and they don't want to ask for help. They don't want to put themselves out there. And there's a way to do it. You can't ask for too much help. You can't be too vulnerable. But really just, constructive feedback is really, really valuable when you take it earnestly.
Do you think there's something to be said about being authentic and being vulnerable? Because I think, as we all know, you turn on social media and it's like the perfect every picture and the perfect posts, and that the sliver of authenticity and vulnerability was maybe the light that shined in on your business. Do you think that had to do a little bit with you guys going viral with that post?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I assume that is it. Me being a veteran and all those things, like there's a lot of pride that kind of comes with us. We just kind of carry all the weight on our shoulders. It's one of those things. Whether it's right or wrong, it's something that it's kind of ingrained in a lot of us. So I don't know if I could have made that post myself. I'm so glad that she did. She had that foresight to be able to do that, and I do think it helped. And I appreciate everybody's support in that way. It's not something, like I said, it's not something I think I would have done personally, but that's to my own detriment. So I'm very thankful.
What's hilarious about this situation is, I'm a techie. I'm all over social media, Facebook. He really doesn't like social media. He doesn't like being in front of the camera. He's an introvert, but now he's, a social media celebrity. So he has no choice now but to be a content creator.
That's amazing. So tell folks where the RV park is at and how they can find you if there are RV folks out there that are traveling through the U.S. this summer and they want to book a spot with Rivershire RV Park. Tell us all those details.
Sure. So it's 2280 US 177. We're about 7 miles south of Ponca City, Oklahoma. It's right along the Salt Fork River. We share the banks with it, so you're within a few hundred yards of it, even at the farthest RV slot that you have. So it's got good, easy access. It's great for kayaking and all those. You can also find us at rivershirerv.com or rivershireRVpark.com. And then you can look over all the specifics of our RV park there. You can click the link into Rover Pass, and then you can sign up online. Or you can always give us a call at 580-716-0788, and we'll be happy to take your call.
Nice. Well, do you have any last minute thoughts, either one of you or both of you, before we head off here? 15 minutes has gone by in a flash.
Yeah. I would just tell people who are thinking about jumping into business ownership, just embrace the fact that you don't know everything. We didn't know anything about an RV park. We're learning, and it's okay to fail. Like you said, it's being vulnerable, being authentic. It's scary, and you have to put yourself out there. But given time and practice and hard work, you can be successful.
Yeah, and it's just making sure that you get involved in your community as much as possible. Talk to your local chamber of commerce. Go to some of those events that your town may offer. Just mix and mingle and meet with people, and that's where you can find a lot of support from your local community there.
And one little last thing, if you're like, oh, Ponca City, I don't know what I can do there. If you want to come camp, we have a beautiful mansion called the Marlin Mansion that's on the same level. It's a historic landmark as the White House. So plan a trip, visit the Marlin Mansion. It's a wonderful opportunity.
Nice. So for folks listening, I'll put all those links in the podcast description. And I want to encourage folks, if you maybe just caught the tail end here, to go back and listen to the whole thing. It's a really great story on Kelsey and Jay and they went viral, folks, doing a Facebook post, being vulnerable and authentic about some of the ups and downs of owning a small business. And for folks that RV around the country, I know you're out there. I want you to go check out their RV park. It's a Rivershire RV Park. We hope everybody has a phenomenal rest of their day. And until next time, I'm John Quick from the United States, a Small Business Podcast. Thank you so much, Kelsey and Jay, for joining us here.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, John.